Yeah, plan A's not working. Chera to half forward. Rich with a well-timed fist. Cripps thunders into Archie.
Sign up for truth. We love the truth.
I love the truth too. I am the truth. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What do you want Patrick Cripps to do, man? There is absolutely no way, there is fucking no way that in 0.01 seconds, man, that you can decide what to do. Because that's what happened, man. Patrick Cripps goes up for the ball with his arms out, and I have proof of this. His arms are out, waiting to take a chest mark, man. And if we watch the actual clip again, look how quick it happens, man.
Yeah, plan A's not working. Chera to half forward. Rich with a well-timed fist.
You're telling me that Patrick Cripps did that on purpose? There was no fucking intention on hurting that player, man. It's unfortunate that it happened. Archie got a concussion. Cheating by the AFL. This fucking ridiculous hypocrisy, man. Have a look at this. I'm just gonna whack this guy in the jaw, man, for no reason at all and get away with it. But when it's Patrick Cripps, he gets a 2-week fucking suspension, man. And he had eyes for the ball, that one. I see no eyes for the ball. I don't even see the fucking ball. This is an absolute joke, man. There are 2 weeks left in the season. Now Patrick Cripps has to miss both of them when the Blues are trying to make finals. It is a fucking shame that the AFL suck dick. I can't believe this. I'm sick of this. Something needs to change, man. I say it every fucking week here. Who the fuck is on that tribunal, man? Have they played football before? Or are they fucking pansy fairies waving their arms like this? What kind of sport is this, man? It's a physical contact sport. We've said it a million fucking times, man. What the fuck do you want this fucking game to turn into? Shit happens, man. Accidents happen. People get hurt. That's why they get paid the fucking big bucks, man. You gotta expect this kind of shit. What would happen if a player kicked the ball and it hit someone in the face and they got concussed? Are you gonna fucking suspend them too? Get fucked, man. You're fucking lying, AFL. You're fucking lying, man. I just can't believe that they think that Patrick Cripps did that on purpose. When in his career has he done something like that to hurt someone intentionally? I don't know. Never! You fucking assholes. He went for the ball, man. His arms are out. And in 0.01 fucking seconds, man, he can't change his momentum while he's jumping for the ball. You gotta naturally protect yourself, man. Unbelievable. By the way, Archie is running at a diagonal fucking way, man. So if Patrick Cripps is running straight and Archie's going diagonal, of course they're gonna fucking hit each other. It's a 50-50 ball, man. It just so happens that the poor guy got hurt. Fucking sick of this, man. It's happening every week. Something needs to change. I'm gonna need some help out here, man. Spreading the truth. I got something in store for you motherfuckers, man. You just watch. And just remember this. I'm the truth. And you're the lie, man. You're the fucking lie. Now get the fuck out of here. Is my mic working this week? I think it is. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy! And this is the ball of motherfucking trout, man. Episode 23! Thank you very much for joining me wherever you are around the world. And man, what a weekend of sport that was. Let's get stuck into it, guys. But before we do, I've got to plug the social medias, guys. Y'all know the drill. Instagram, balloftruth.pod. Twitter. Y'all know I love my Twitter, man. Twitter, balloftruth_pod. And you can also follow me on TikTok. That's balloftruth.pod as well on there. And we've got to say thank you to our sponsors, Sunnyside Sliced, at Best New York Pizza in town, guys. Check out the website. Check them out in Mentone. Head down there. They are amazing, man. Fantastic. Just freshness. Fresh, hot cheese. Yeah. Guys, I don't even know where to begin, seriously. Let's go into the AFL results. Now, before we do, this is going to be split into two again. So we're going to do the AFL first half of this episode, and then we're going to cover the EPL. So just a heads up, stay tuned for all my EPL lovers out there. We're going to hit the results here, man. Melbourne and Collingwood in one of the games of the season. Collingwood are 11 wins in a row. They beat the Melbourne Demons there on Friday night. Hawks beat Gold Coast 70-63. Essendon fell to... Put
them up, the Bombers, by 11 points. It's been 7 consecutive goals to the Orange team. Extraordinary.
The Orange team. The Bombers fell to the Orange team. Kelly, shut up! Fuck! Hey, we've covered the commentary side of things on this podcast before. And that, man, I just have no comment anymore. Anyway, back to the results. We've got Fremantle beating the Doggies. That's a huge result. Doggies are 2 games behind. They can still make it if they win their last 2 and the Blues lose their last 2, which is most likely going to happen. Cats beat Saints. That was also good for the Blues. Port Adelaide lost to Richmond. Richmond are pushing for that 8th spot. And we've got Sydney beating North. The Blues lost to Lions in... We'll cover that one. And Adelaide beat Eagles as well. Just before we go into the review of the game, that's the ladder right there. So Richmond are actually snuck in, and they've got 8th spot. Better percentage as well, even if they didn't get that draw. The Blues are sitting 7th, man, and this is dangerous stuff. We'll go through that. Cats, Collingwood, both 11 games undefeated at the moment. They're 1st and 2nd. Melbourne and Sydney and Brisbane all battling for that 4th spot, man. And Freo just underneath as well. They can make it. It's going to be very, very tight, man. Very, very tight towards the end of the year. And Sainers are lingering there as well against... And Bulldogs, 9th and 10th. It's a crazy season. Really is. But, man, I'm quite scared for the Blues. I'm going to go through the review with you. I'll bring up my notes. So, I'm just going to read back what happened. Because I honestly don't know where to begin with this. What I witnessed at the Gabba on Sunday. I hyped this game up, man, because I knew just how big it was. and I tweeted about it. If you want to check the tweets, I said this might be one of the biggest games of our club's history because we can secure finals. Because right now it's not secure, man. Anything can happen. Look what happened to Patrick Cripps. We've got no Cripps for the next 2 weeks, and there's only 2 games to go. And we need to win one of those games to make finals. And they're against Melbourne, who are in decent form. They lost to Pies, but man, they're going to be really, really hard to beat without our midfield, Cripps, Kennedy, George Hewitt, who's been consistently our best player all season. I just don't see it happening, man. I'm very, very worried. And like I said, we can't rely on other results right now. We need to win one of these games. And this was the one that we needed to win. This was probably the one where we could have bounced back from that shocking loss against Adelaide last week, man. And, secure this final spot. But, man, we didn't grab this game by the balls at all. That's what we needed to do. We've had a good enough season to make finals. We're a good side. We've been hammered with injuries. But that's no excuse, man. We need to make finals. And this was the game that we needed to win. Like I said, we're a good team, but we did not want to be a good team on Sunday. Let's go through it. Last week I said we had a mental relapse, and that's what pretty much happened, man. I was hopeful we could turn it around because we haven't lost back-to-back games all season. We've always bounced back. But part of me was doubtful because the Adelaide game, man, was just so bad. And it reminded me of that Teague team and that Brendan Bolton team. I didn't think it was possible to turn it around in 1 week. I really didn't because it was that bad. And the only thing that I was positive for was that we hadn't lost 2 in a row, but that's gone now because we lost this game. In the first quarter, man, Fisher had a great chance to open up the scoring with the first goal of the game. He usually buries these ones. He was about 30 out. He snapped it on the left and he missed. And I was gutted, man, because it would have been a brilliant start. And he usually does bury him. And this may sound silly, man, but I truly believe that if he kicks that goal, the energy changes and things can change mentally as well. We settle and we can get comfy and play our game of footy. It's only one play, but it does a lot, man, that first goal. The demoralising part of it was Lions went up the other end and Lachie Neale slotted one from 50 metres out on the run. And that crushes your spirit because you should have got one on the other side. Crowd gets involved, momentum goes Lions' way because they're at home. Certainly not game over. It's the first few moments of the game, man, but it just sucks knowing that you can set that tone early and it just didn't happen. Story is, and the moral of the story here is take your fucking chances, Blues. Seriously. Man, the biggest thing that was letting us down was our kicking and could not find a fucking target. Always had the chance to find Charlie Curnow all by himself in the 50, man. We broke through their midfield and always with no pressure on the pass, completely stuffed it, passed it straight to a Brisbane player, turnover, another chance missed. Well, goalless. McGovern had a kick out to Sauce, right up the middle to Marchbank, quick handball to Doc, kicked it out to the wing to Setterfield. This was another chance. And Setterfield's running inside 50, man. He could have easily had a shot or an early pass to Harry. I think Harry Mackay was free. But he just took too long, man. Did not back himself for this goal. Turned it over. And that was another chance gone. Just wasting chances slowly, man, in this quarter. Moments later, Wiedering with a horrific turnover in the middle of the ground. These turnovers, man. Simple 20-metre pass. And I think it was Nunes that would have been free on the wing. Could have opened up again. Another chance gone. That turnover led to a Brisbane goal. Conceded a goal there again. Jack Martin with a silly free kick in our forward line. Just moments after that, we had it locked in our forward line, man, and just couldn't get it out. And Jack Martin unnecessarily had to tackle this Brisbane player high when he was already getting tackled. I think Walshy had him in a tackle. Chera had him in a tackle. McGovern gave it away moments later. Another turnover, Brisbane goal. Same thing over and over again, man. This is only the first quarter. And just with 30 seconds to go, man, 30 fucking seconds to go, Sard had a kick out from a miss that Brisbane had. Just a 15-metre kick, man, to find a target. Terrible kick, miscued, turnover goal. Right on quarter time, man. Absolute coach killer. And that was the first quarter, man. We went goalless. Not one goal, man. I think it was 30-1 at quarter time. Second quarter, same thing. Dow, turnover, goal Brisbane. They were up 37-2. Then the Cripps incident happened, man. Which, you know what? It lifted the blue spirit. Because he went down the other end after all this happened and kicked the goal as well. And that started a little run. So we got a bit of momentum from that big hit or big contest. Cripps kicked the goal. Nunes kicked another goal. Motlop took a great mark and a goal. Oh no, he just kicked a goal, I think. It wasn't the mark. That was the last quarter. Suddenly, man, we're right back in it. 3 goals. Bang, bang, bang. It's only a 17-point lead. And then Owies, moments later, had the chance to kick another one. Set shot. He won the ball off a tackle, holding the ball, and he missed. That would have been a 2-goal game. Sadly, we kicked no more goals for the quarter. Brisbane kicked an easy goal. Defensively, we were just a mess. And they answered back with all 3 goals, man. Seriously, straight after this. We couldn't find a target inside 50. Easy 15, 20-metre passes, man. It was happening all game. Setterfield missed one right after that as well. Brisbane got up the other end, like I said, man. And there were a few moments where Paddy Dow was not hard enough at the ball. And he got absolutely smashed. And just not putting his body on the line, man. It led to a goal for Brisbane. And all that hard work, man, to get back in the game after that shocking first quarter was done because they just went on this run and they kicked goal. But yeah, man, that at halftime, it was just soul-wrenching, man. 57-22. Third quarter begun. Wasn't much better. Cripps had an easy 15-metre kick that could have found Walsh, who would have had a set shot. Missed it, turnover, goal Brisbane. Another one. Man, it just kept happening. It was fucked. Dow missed a chance 30 out. Brisbane go on the other end and kick another goal. Lions kicked a few more after that. Lack of communication with the Blues here, man. Just all over the place. Not being clean with the footy. Being careless with the footy. It was just abysmal, man. We kicked our only goal in the quarter with about 1 minute to go. I think Jack Martin, Cripps found him with a nice pass, and that was it. Vossi would have been tearing whatever fucking hair he had left on his head out. Seriously. It was 89-32 at 3-quarter time. Then the last quarter happened, man. And I don't know where this came from, whether Brisbane took their foot off the gas or we just actually decided to play. It was an 8-goal quarter from the Blues. We kicked 8 goals, man. And we had a chance to literally come back and win this at one stage. We were 57 points down. Charlie opened up with back-to-back goals. Motlop took a great mark and a goal. Harry kicked another one. All of a sudden, 4 goals in a row. It was back to 33 points. Fisher kicked back-to-back goals after that, which made it 6 goals in a row in the last quarter. Out of nowhere, it's a 22-point margin, man, with 7 minutes to go. Unfortunately, as soon as Fisher kicked that second one, and it was 22 points, Lions won the centre clearance, kicked a goal through McStay, and I thought that was done. However, we bounced back again. Who scored the goals? Durden and Owies. They kicked 2 great goals, man. And that suddenly, again, 15 points the difference with 3 minutes 19 on the clock. So the next play was the most important. But Lions got the clearance, man, and they scored just like that. That was game over. I think Lewis Young dropped a mark leading to that. And I don't know what's going on with that guy, man. He is... Since Wiedering came back, I don't know what's going on in his head. He has looked terrible. And he wasn't good against the Lions either. He dropped that mark. He was too worried about someone behind him when he should have just went eyes for the ball, full pelt, and would have took that mark. And anything could have happened, man. It was still on that game. I was proud that we came back and we had a chance to come back in that game, but 1 quarter out of 4 good quarters is not good enough, man. You can't play... Well, put it this way. The first quarter we were goalless. In the third quarter, we kicked 1 goal. That's 2 quarters with 1 goal. You can't win games like that, man. It's just fucked. Anyway, Lions kicked the next 3. Literally in the last 3 minutes. Just absolutely crazy, and it was game over. So we came back. We ended up losing by 30 points or 31 points or something like that, man. And it was just atrocious. Really. Except for the last quarter. Man, the first 3, I don't know what Carlton that was, seriously. It's just not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. Man, that was pretty much it for the footy. It's hard to vote on that game. I'll probably give Doherty 3 votes for us. 2 for Fisher. I thought he was big, especially in the last quarter. And I'll give Cripps 1 because he tried to ignite the team. But man, 2 games to go. Cripps is out. Kennedy's out. George Hewitt's out. Our midfield is gone. Melbourne are going to fucking obliterate us, man. Their physicality will just be way too much. I don't see us winning the Melbourne game. It's going to take a miracle to beat Collingwood, man. And it's going to go down to that last game for us to make finals. So I am shitting bricks because I honestly think we've had a good enough season to make finals, man. But just this last month has just spiraled down. We're 8-2 to start the season, man. And we've copped a shitload of injuries, but no excuse, man. We should be making finals. It's been long enough. It's been a decade. This is it. Now, who's going to step up? I don't know. It was good to see Marchbank back, but there's just a few players, man, that just can't cut it for me. Setterfield, Paddy Dow, Lewis Young. I would seriously consider dropping him for maybe Kemp because he has just not been good enough out the back. Our big stars, our Sardis, Govs, Doherty, fucking all the leaders, man. Turnover, and they're leading to goals. We're missing chances. Harry Mackay's another one who looks very frustrated. I watched it closely, man, and I even tweeted about it. Fuck, he absolutely cops it and gets 0 free kicks from the umpires. There was so many moments. I'm not going to clip him because it takes too long. But man, I can see his frustration. And you know what? It's a stretch, but you could even drop him. Seriously, he's not doing enough. Charlie Curnow is amazing. He's killing it. I wouldn't drop Harry, but fuck, man, a ruthless coach might, because he's just that out of form. But we need him, man. There's 2 games to go. We just need him. So let's see what happens, man. I'm not really looking forward to this Melbourne game. I think we might just pack it in. I'm thinking we're just playing like we've given up, and it's scary shit, man. But anyway, that is it for the footy. We'll be back to cover that on Monday or early next week. We'll see what happens, but I'm not predicting anything good for the Blues, man. If we can somehow beat Melbourne, then geez, season back on, but it's not looking good. I think Bulldogs have 2 winnable games for their last 2, and we can't rely on them, and we can't rely on percentage. We just simply need to win a game. That's it. Simple as that. Man, EPL. Let's get into the EPL, guys. These are your results from the opening round of the Premier League. Started off with Arsenal winning 2-0 at Palace. The first game on Saturday night was Liverpool, who played pretty bad and they still got a result. Fulham were amazing. That finished 2-2. And then we had Bournemouth 2-0 against Villa. That's a huge result for them, newly promoted side. Leeds won 2-1. Newcastle won 2-0. Spurs won 4-1. Harry Kane didn't get on the score sheet there. That shocked me. I had him captain in fantasy. It pissed me off. Chelsea won 1-0. Man City, Erling Haaland scored 2 goals. Double for him on his debut for the Premier League. And Leicester 2-2 against Brentford. Brentford came back on that one. And then we had the United game finishing 2-1 to Brighton. And man, we will get into that in just a moment when I can actually find how to get back to my video of me. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get into the review of the United game. This was just painful, man. What a painful weekend of sport for me. The Blues getting fisted and then United getting fisted as well. I'm going to go straight into it. Man, when I first glanced at the lineup, I was a little bit optimistic, actually. Eriksen was starting. Martinez was starting, our new signing. He was playing centre-back. He's about 5 foot tall, so it was a bit concerning, but I was excited that he was starting. Rashford, I'm like, fuck, man, maybe he can get going. I was excited. It's game 1. I'm like, fuck, we've had a decent preseason. Let's see how we go. So I was confident we should be able to get a result here. You know what I mean? Man, this game started, and literally within 10 seconds, Dalot has given the ball away, and Trossard really could have broken through and scored if the ball went his way. It could have been 1-0 within 10 seconds. The lapse in concentration and the carelessness was just absolutely dumbfounding, man. Crazy shit. Like, wake the fuck up, man. It's game 1 of the season, and these cunts, they're just, it's alright, it's pre-season. That's what it felt like. Anyway, we settled slowly, man. The next 5 minutes, we got on top of the ball. Bruno Fernandes should have scored in the 6th minute, man. McTominay cut a ball back. I think it deflected. He had all the time and space in the world to hit this, and he blasted it over, man. And that one just fucking hurt so much, because it just would have, just like the Carlton thing earlier, man. When you don't take your chances, you give momentum to the other side, and that's exactly what happened. Martinez had some nice touches early. I was impressed with his footwork and ball and his first touch. I was getting excited by him. He did make a few mistakes later on, but man, it's his first game. I'm going to give him a break. Welbeck, former United player for Brighton, looked amazing, man. He looked dangerous as. I think even Rio Ferdinand came out after the game and said, man, this guy was a free agent. Why didn't United sign him? We've been linked to everyone, man. Or Natovic. Seriously, I'd rather Welbeck any day of the week. Seriously. I don't know what's going on with the board and above the coach right now. And that was another thing, man. Erik ten Hag's first game. Let's fucking put on a show, man. Get him a win. Get his confidence up. It just seeks through the team. Anyway, we'll get into that. There was a great counter-attack 24th minute where Sancho sent through Rashford, and he was dribbling towards the edge of the box, but man, Marcus Rashford takes a second too long to decide if to pass it. And when he did pass it to Eriksen, it was a little bit behind him. So Eriksen, his momentum running forward, he just couldn't gather the ball, and his shot ended up being a slow one straight to the keeper. Easy save. But man, Rashford, Jesus Christ. We'll get into the team after who I think should be dropped. But that decision-making, man, cost us a goal there. The first goal came from Gross in the 30th minute. This guy always scores against us. Harry Maguire caught flat-footed, man. Welbeck crept in behind. It was a nice ball. And Welbeck sent it across the box to Gross for the tap-in. Shaw was too worried about what Maguire was doing and left the guy behind him. And they scored. 1-0 to Brighton. Didn't surprise me. Didn't surprise anyone at Old Trafford there or watching at home. Welbeck had another cheeky chance straight after that. Brighton were doing well, man. They were taking their chances and just being clinical and clean with the ball. They were getting behind us quite frequently, which is very concerning, and that is due to the midfield. The gap in midfield and the counter-attack that Brighton were doing just speaks volumes of to how McTominay and Fred work, man. There's just so many players out of position because other people are trying to cover them. They don't know how to work together. I don't know why Erik ten Hag went with both of them. Anyway, man, they caught us on the counter. March cut in on his left, took a shot, De Gea save, put it right in the path of Gross for another tap-in. 2-0. Can't blame De Gea. He saw it amongst a few players. So it was 2-0, man. 2-0. Gross had a double inside the first half. And, man, the positioning and the defence and the gaps in our midfield and the gap between the defence and the midfield here was so concerning. It was exactly like last year. Nothing changed. Nothing changed at all, man. I'm tired even thinking about it. Seriously. It was scarily bad. We created hardly anything after that. Halftime whistle went. There was boos all around the stadium. It was seriously just like last season continued. It's not a fresh start for us. Second half, Ronaldo came on in the 52nd minute, I think. He started on the bench, which I don't understand. People were DMing me about Ronaldo not starting, but look, I don't care. I'm okay with it, only because he's played 45 minutes in pre-season and he's trained not even a week. I didn't expect him to start. I wasn't expecting it at all. I would have loved Martial to start because he was in form, but he got injured. So I think that was the right choice to start Eriksen or Rashford up front. Anyway, second half, I would have started Ronaldo straight away. Off the bat. Give him 45 minutes, man. I don't like how he took that extra little bit to bring him on. Anyway, he did like 7 minutes into the half. Where are we? Oh, man. Before Ronaldo came on, Rashford actually got into the box with his left, had a left foot shot, hit the side netting. Brighton defenders were covering him. That was another chance that he kind of scuffled. When Ronaldo came on, Dalot sent him through from defence right back. He made a great run, man, Ronaldo. Rashford was all alone in the box. Ronaldo, perfect ball along the ground, straight to Rashford. And he didn't score. Sanchez made the save. It was a good save by Sanchez, but still, man, you got to bury it. You just have to. Ronaldo was like backing away, ready to celebrate. And I think everyone was. It was just a tap-in. But, man, that's what confidence does. He's not confident, and a huge chance gone begging, man. He literally put it on a platter for him. Ronaldo did. And Rashford just squandered it, man. Bruno, moments later, had a great cross. Rashford again, too slow to react. Left foot volley over the bar. If he was just half a second tuning in to what was going on, he could have made that run a little bit earlier and got one step ahead, but he was too far behind when he took the shot, and he missed again. That was pissing me off. Eriksen forced another save out of Sanchez. Sanchez played a good game, the Brighton goalkeeper. And in the 68th minute, we finally got a goal, man. Bruno's cross ended up in a scrappy mess, and Dalot got the final touch. I think it was an own goal off McAllister because Sanchez tried to clear it with his hand. It was yuck. It was a disgusting goal to score, but I take it. I'm like, all right, 2-1. There's 20 minutes to go, man. Anything can happen. Dalot had a chance. It was kind of an easy save for Sanchez after that. And, man, that was it. I'm telling you, there was fucking no urgency out there to kick a goal to equalise. Man, we couldn't get the ball. Our structure was weird because our midfield was so shit. Fred got dragged, and I don't know why, because McTominay was on a yellow. I would have dragged McTominay. He had a shocker, man. He had such a bad game, and I was cursing at the TV. Nearly threw the remote at the TV at one point. He just kept giving it away and giving it away. And I think that actually led to the first goal. I think it did. Anyway, it probably did. But man, McTominay and Fred, they can't coexist. It just can't happen anymore. That's done. And I think Erik ten Hag realised that. This is a massive wake-up call for him. It proves who should be in this team starting. And I'll tell you who shouldn't. Now, Dalot at right back was not good enough, man. He's shit with the ball. His first touch, no good. Makes too many errors. He tries, man. He tries, and I give him that, but he's just not good enough. Wan-Bissaka's also not good enough. But it might be time to give him a go. Seriously. Because defensively, Dalot gets caught out a lot. Maguire, no good. No good, man. He's too slow. He's too fucking slow and vulnerable, and they target him, man, every time. Opposition teams target him all the time. Martinez, I wouldn't play him centre-back, man. He's too small. He got caught out a couple of times, and I would play him defensive mid. Definitely keep him in the side, because you know he can play. You can just tell. Luke Shaw. Very fucking disappointing, man. No good. No good. I would start Tyrell Malaysia straight away. Straight away, man. Luke Shaw, I'm done with him. McTominay and Fred? Nah. Definitely not McTominay. Fred works harder. Doesn't have the greatest skill, but he can lay a tackle and he gets involved. And I'd rather him than McTominay. For me, I wouldn't have both of them. I'd put Donny van der Beek in there and put Martinez as well. I'd seriously rather start those two in midfield. Rashford, get fucked, man. Nah, you got to be dropped. He's not good enough. I don't know what's happened to him. His confidence is gone, man. He's completely dead as a Man United player. And I just don't see it turning around. He had the chance last year to turn it around, and he just kept getting worse and worse. And that today, not a good start, man. When Martial's back and fit, he's straight in this side. You got to start Ronaldo as well. That's the other one. Sancho was disappointing as well. I think he could have done more. With Sancho, you've got such talent and such good feet and skill with the ball. I would love to see him take on players more, man. He just, I don't know what it is. He's like scared to make a mistake. Man, take him on. I'd rather you take him on and dribble some people and try something, man. Just take a few risks. He just plays it safe all the time. Doesn't believe in himself that he can get past people. I know he's got it, but man, something's not right in his head. He was fucking shit. Bruno Fernandes did a few decent things, but that's it, man. Like, he has to be better. He just has to be better. I wouldn't drop him, but he has to be better, man. Because right now, he's just not doing it for me. And I think I've covered pretty much everyone I can think of, man. So next week, for that United squad, I would definitely bring in Donny van der Beek and Malaysia left back. I would put Varane back in centre back. Have to. Honestly, if it was up to me, I'd start Eric Bailly, but he's linked with a move away. So I would probably have to start Lindelof and Varane as centre backs. Harry Maguire's just, man, because he's captain, it's the only reason he's starting. Seriously, he's not good enough. I've had it, man. It's the same old shit. Fred and McTominay, get fucked. I'm just over it. There was one positive, man. Sorry, I forgot to mention Eriksen. Eriksen was actually awesome. He was my the player that I thought performed the best for United. And in the last 20 or so minutes, I loved that he played deep and Ronaldo was up forward. I loved that he was grabbing the ball and taking the initiative of controlling the tempo and dictating the play. And I think that was a positive sign moving forward. There wasn't too many positives, but Eriksen is one of them, and I would play him seriously as our whole controller of the ball. Just give him the ball and let him create. And let Bruno play a little bit higher up the pitch because he can't defend in midfield. He gets caught all over the place position-wise. And man, yeah, I was very impressed with Eriksen. And I think he should start every game. He really should. Now, we're linked with Rabiot from Juventus, who probably hasn't played in about 76 years. So I don't know what we're thinking there, man. It looks desperate. This Frankie de Jong shit's going on way too long. We really just got to forget it. I don't think he wants to come. He hasn't said anything. He's stubborn with Barca as well. Even Chelsea want him. And if they're not getting him, then we've got no chance. Man, I don't know. Our transfer window just sucks. We should have signed way more players than this. And the problem is above, man. The board, the owners, the Glazers, they need to go. Sell the club. I don't care if some Saudi prince takes over, man. Seriously, something needs to happen. Because the board is just... We're not getting transfers done, man. No one wants to come to United. That was never the case back in the day, man. It's so frustrating. But we've got Brentford away. That's going to be a tough one, man. I honestly don't see us winning that. If we can't beat Brighton at home, we're not winning away to Brentford. They've got a good crowd. And unless Eric Ten Hag can play the right team, we ain't winning. I'll tell you that much now. I think that's all I've wanted to cover, man. I've been going 40 or so minutes, so it's time for me to eat dinner, man. I'm going to upload this now. I hope you guys enjoyed my little game reviews and analysis of that. We will be back and we'll cover the Premier League, and I'll go into more detail with the other teams as well. We'll cover a few more matches, but I just needed to get that United shit off my chest game one. You can't lose at home, man. Unacceptable. Let's see what changes from here. Guys, of course, if you're enjoying the show, hit that like button, click subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms, click the bell for all notification. It helps out the channel, guys. Get following, get involved, and man, that is it for me. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and I will drop another episode very, very soon, hopefully Monday, but we'll see how we go. And that's pretty much it, man. Adios. Goodbye.